Hello, it's Jang here with a look at a LEGO Star Wars Rebels set. This is the Wookiee Gunship, comes with 570 pieces. It's yet another Mi-24 inspired spaceship. Now don't get me wrong, I love the iconic Hind gunship, but how many of these are we going to get in sci-fi fantasy themes? Anyway, this is from Rebels. It was first seen in the long pilot episode. In universe, it's called the, I don't know how to pronounce this, Ozatuk or Auzatuk anti-slaver gunship. And I think this LEGO version of the thing looks pretty good and looks pretty accurate. I'd say the least accurate part here would be the design of the canopies. The canopies here actually make it look more like a hind than the real thing, if you can call it real. Up front, it's got a pair of gun pairs that can be steered side to side, but they don't go up and down. Of course, you have the canopies, which can be opened. We'll take a look inside of those briefly as well. And up on top, you've got another gun emplacement with a pair of barrels that can be turned up and down. Tons of stickers used for this model. Sticker here, here are some big ones, right? Another big one back there, another equal big one up here. These are all individual ones, and you have one on either side of that. So everything that you've seen here gets doubled up. So quite a lot of reliance on stickers. This is the new 6-shooter cannon system that they've introduced for 2015. That thing can be turned from the back and it'll shoot off individual studs, which will promptly get lost somewhere else in the room. So expect to lose those over time, but they do give you twice as many as you need to start with. You can open this up and it gives you a little bit of a storage bay here. This has a storage crate, and inside of there is your spare ammo that's just stacked up nice and neatly. On the box, they show you a Wookiee coming out of here, but there's really not enough room to put figures in there. You can kind of lay them on their backs and stuff a few of them in there, but it's really not designed to hold figures in this scale. And these winglets can be kind of turned up. That's supposed to be your attack position when you turn both of these upwards like that. It doesn't really change anything. It's just action for the sake of having action there. They use little ball and socket joint pieces inside of there, so there's plenty of friction there. That works out nicely. I actually like this tail quite a bit. A little bit of greebling back here, and yeah, that looks really nice to me there. And then you've got a door on the back which can be lowered down. It's ratcheted, so you need to put a little force behind it. And turning this around, you can see you've got this mobile gun emplacement, which can be shot from inside of there. You have to imagine it. You know, it's not a real thing. It doesn't actually shoot there, but you have to really reach in there, or just turn the whole thing back towards you to make it slide out, and then you can just set this up on the ground, and a minifigure can, you know, just stand behind that and operate this as a regular heavy cannon. I like the use of a Technic gear piece behind here, just to give you a little bit of that turbine exit. Just makes it look a little bit more believable. And that pretty much covers the features of the main build. Let's also look at the cockpits though. The rearmost one doesn't open all the way because it's kind of blocked by the cannon there. Even when you turn that upwards, you've got a little console piece that's just down on the ground kind of awkwardly. And sticking a figure in there is a little bit tough because you're not able to access this directly from above. So that's just a little bit awkward. I find that if you just lean your figure back a little bit, it's fine to just sit it there, since he's not going to hold on to any controls, so you can just drop him in. That works fine for just normal play. But if you want him to really attach to the floor, it's a little bit tricky. You gotta really get your finger dug down in there. The front one is a lot more convenient because you can open that all the way up, and this one has a heads-up display, so you've got just a sticker on that transparent light blue panel piece. Here are this set's figures. Kanan on the left. The dark brown Wookiee is Wolfwaro. Wolfwaro. It's a tongue twister. And then you get two just generic Wookiees. And these are all printed to go with the style of them in Rebels. Has a little bit more dog-like eyes, I would say, just rounder, a little bit more open, a little less serious looking. And I'm really not that much of a fan of this design, the mold of the Wookiees with the really tall hair and also it just feels kind of soft to me. I wish that there was more fine detail in these, that the hair pieces were more well defined. I really like the prints. Notice they've also got prints on the arms here. And I like the prints for the faces on them as well. Just the mold of the hair, especially printed this way, and especially in the dark brown color. It's just a little bit more obvious to me how that works out. Kanan does get his second face there. It's kind of smiling one. And that does it for these guys. Just a little bit better look at Wolf Waro's exclusive little print on his dark brown arm there. And if you're not familiar with these, Wookiee heads are all just one piece, the head and the hair, that's all just one single mold. So in summary, I think this thing looks good. I think it's very swishable, very playable in the air. I don't like the new rapid fire shooters, the 6 shooters at all, because they shoot studs which go everywhere, they get lost. They're also so small and round that they're more likely to bounce and go farther and go into stranger places. I don't like how many stickers are used on this set, especially the large ones. You get 6 ones that have to be applied over large areas, 8 if you count the vertical stabilizer on the tail. And I also don't like how it's a little bit tough to get your figures in here, especially the gunner's position in the second cockpit. You can fit 1 into the rear compartment with the cannon back there, but you get 4 figures with this set. So pretty much 1 is going to have to be tossed into the ammo compartment on his side or something. In spite of all those little nitpick details though, I still wouldn't recommend against a purchase of this set. It still looks good. It looks really good. I'm expecting it to be seen in the series more in the future, and it's a good type of vehicle to have in general. So I feel like it's not great for me, but I can definitely see a lot of other people enjoying it. I hope that this video was useful to you and gave you some information that will help you to decide whether you want to get something like this. And if you have any thoughts about the set, I hope that you will take just a moment to share those thoughts in a comment down below. Many more videos are on the way from me, so stay tuned and I'll talk to you again soon.